get some finish on this. This phone camera really doesn't do this body justice. It's a little bit better there. So I see the colour better. It's just gorgeous is what it is. I think that's the word you're looking for. The guitar, not me. Yeah, take some shellac on it, eh? I think I'm going to wear the old glovos this time as well. I don't always wear the gloves with the shellac, but yeah, I don't know, it's kind of annoying on your fingers though. It's forever rubbing off. Sometimes I don't mind though. Yeah, you know, like sometimes the wood glue and that as well. I enjoy sitting there at night just peeling it off my fingers. Sitting watching TV or something, pick it off, yeah. Anyway, let's go on with this, eh? So as usual, I'm going to use the usual tissue paper stuff. It's just usual stuff. Baratine, shellac sanding sealer, blonde one this. Yeah, it's really good stuff there. Yeah, you can get the lid off. Oh, it builds up. Sometimes don't clean the lid, the bottle. I mean, it just sort of accumulates and then glues itself on. I think the worst one I've had is tongue oil. Actually, got a tin of tongue oil and getting the lid off of that has been an absolute nightmare sometimes. Anyway, let's just focus, shall we? Right, get some shellac. I'm hoping I don't need too much, really. As long as I don't sand through it, I'll be golden, because the polyurethane, for whatever reason, I managed to get it super smooth this time. I think I am thinking though it's because I sanded between coats, you know, which I don't always do, but I did it this time instead of sanding it in, and I think that's partly what made the difference, you know. Let's focus on this top just now. Let's keep brushing it, keep smoothing it out, because this wood is pretty slick already, you know, it's pretty smooth. So sometimes if the wood's got quite a lot of divots, little tiny marks in it or something like that, you can put the shellac on nice and thick and it fills all that up, you know, and it just leaves you a really nice flat surface. But in this case it's fine. Anyway, let's get the rest of this body done, eh? I've just been putting the shellac on and I can just notice these little marks. I might actually sand this back a bit smooth first. There's another little mark there as well. These are things that don't always show up until you hit it with something slightly shiny, slightly glossy, and then it suddenly appears. So, yeah, scratches. I must have laid it down on something, a little bit of grit, someone I didn't see, moved it, it's put a scratch in the back. Happens. Now, if you're going to go with a high gloss finish, like you want to use 2K clear or whatever, the two-part stuff or whatever, you have to deal with that because it will stick it like a sore thumb. Any imperfections at all, and high gloss just amplifies them hugely, and it's really irritating. So if you're doing your own guitar, you're going to high gloss, get rid of those scratches. They will drive you mental otherwise. On the other hand, if you go with a matte finish like my other builds, then you will never notice it. You just will not see it at all. None of that will show. That's one of the beauties of matte, is just these little imperfections just disappear. You just don't see them. However, you may want to deal with it anyway, just because of your own level of perfectionism or whatever. The chances are I will sand that out and redo the oiling and the shellac again. It's no big deal. And I'll let you know what I did in a minute. Well, it's a minute to you, but a couple of days for me. Yeah, so I'll tell you shortly what I did. So as you can see, I decided to sand it out, which is absolutely dandy. Yeah, I get the, it's hard to pick up on camera, but yeah, the marks are now gone. Happy days. I just thought, you know what, just do it. Sand it. It's 5 minutes. It's taken me 5 minutes. And now I'm about to take my varnish and white spirit. Quite thin. Just got to put another coat on here. And I sanded a bit on the front here as well. It's just a bit of a, it's just a bit too spalty in the middle there. I thought, you know, just sort it while you're at it. So, anyway, I'll come back to you once I've done some oiling, some shellacking, and it gets back to more sand and stuff, and I'll catch you then. Well, hello again. I'm just busy sanding, really. I'm using this some 500 grit just now. I'm getting my head down low so I can see the light shining off the. Oh, I can see the shiny bits basically. Shiny bits are low bits, and dull bits are high bits. Just like if you're sanding back a gloss coat. One of the good things is paper is that stuff just brushes off quite nicely. Yeah, anyway, somebody asked me, Doug I think it was, on one of my, well, he commented on one of my videos. He was asking if I sell guitars at all that I make and that. And the truth is, I haven't thought about it. I sold a couple to a friend, like there was the third bill I did. That's one where I bought a neck and then I reshaped the headstock, added a veneer, refretted it with Evil Gold and things. There's an Ellen Burrell, that one. Looked absolutely amazing, eh? But yeah, he was wearing that. It's quite new to guitars. It's a friend as well, so obviously you got a bit of a deal, you know. But yeah, in general, I've no ambitions about making a living building and selling guitars or whatever. You know, if somebody wants to buy a guitar and they say, oh, how much is that one or something, you know, so you can work something out probably, but I don't really have a huge ambition on it. I think I also lack a bit of confidence in it as well, I suppose. You know, I've never been really motivated by money in a big way at all. I've just never been like that. I don't know why. I just haven't, you know. I never thought, oh, I want to make loads of money and do this and do that and have this big career or anything, you know. Just never been that way myself. But yeah, so the answer is, yeah, that's basically the answer. Yeah. That's looking really good. I think there's, well, I think partly because I'm still kind of learning. Learning what does and doesn't work and stuff, and sometimes not necessarily using traditional woods, so you don't know long term as well how things are going to hold up. But for the most part, I think generally should be fine, you know. I mean, like I'm using ash in some necks, but it's very straight grained ash. It's super dry. I mean, it's been dry stored for a long time. It's really stable wood, you know, so it should be absolutely fine. But you know, it's not like I haven't gone to a luthier supply and bought some particular maple or some. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. But I'm not totally against the idea of selling. It's just not something I've really thought about in a big way. I'm mostly just really enjoying myself. It's just, you know, just building the guitars, working with the wood, playing the finished products, you know. Oh, it's just been fantastic. Oh, it's been a great time. But I suppose really I should think about selling one or two at some point. Otherwise I'm going to end up with too many. I won't have any room for them. Yeah. I'm thinking of building a nice wee shed, another shed. Maybe slightly wider than this perhaps. Something just purely for a workshop, so it's just purely got like the woodworking tools in it, you know, and no other stuff, because there's other crud in here. It's, you know, I've got just various things, you know, that kind of take up a lot of space and they're a bit of a nuisance. So yeah. What I'm doing today, I'm feeling around the corners of the guitar and the edges for any sort of roughish areas. A lot of time you can't always see it, you know, but you can often feel it. So yeah, I try to use as many senses as I can. Well, when I say sense, I mean like touch and sight. That's about all you can use, isn't it, really? But yeah, I like to try and use them as much as possible. Look for something that looks wrong, looks rough, you know, or whatever, or feels rough, feels wrong. Some people like texture finishes as well, but that's which is absolutely fine to me. You know, I don't care what people like. Themselves, but personally, I like the nice, smooth sort of finish. You know. Yeah. I'm hoping to get some new stuff too. I've got a couple of absolutely gorgeous fretboards. I got them really quite cheap because they're B grade, because they've got a little bit of wood worm holes in them. Just not much, like just a couple, which I shall fill with sawdust, typically on the pale bits. I'll use a really black sawdust, you know, so they're just like little black dots in the thing, which I think would be quite cool. Yeah, I actually posted the question to Ben on the Crimson's live. That's what he suggested, and I thought, as soon as he said it, I thought, oh, that's a great idea actually, because, you know, that will look pretty cool. So, the other option would be to, you know, like try and somehow cut the hole out and cut another piece of wood to put in it from the Northcote or something in it, but you would see the outline anyway. You know, it just wouldn't look right, I don't think. Oh yeah, the boards are slotted as well. The guy slotted them for free, which is just awesome. I mean, they're mega cheap, and he slotted them and delivered them. Yeah, it's absolutely cracking find, that one. So I'm going to have to find wood for the body and stuff as well, body and neck really. Well, I've got some Sepelia I want to use, and I'm going to use it with maple because the Sepelia's a bit mad green. Anyway, so that's that sanding now. I'm going to put the woody hanger upper thing back in place and hang it up again. And yeah, I'll catch up in a second. So there we are. I think it's basically ready to spray, really. I need to get some more of, not got enough here just now. For anybody who hasn't seen my previous videos, this is what I'm basically using. Car stuff, just regular 1K sort of car stuff. It's quite cheap. This is the matte one. I like the matte. I love the matte finish. Looks great on a lot of these woods. It just, I don't know, it just really works really well. It kind of has that, it almost looks a bit like an oil finish, but there's no patchiness and it's just really uniform. Yeah, I like that. Somebody else was saying, we're in the Crimson Discord, and somebody else was saying about how some figured woods can look better with gloss, and it's true enough, they do. But yeah, gloss is getting a bit harder work sometimes. Trying not to sand through and stuff. Yeah, I've got this mad sort of spiel. You can see it's all over the place, isn't it, really? Yeah, but he reckons it's probably not, he wouldn't advise using it as a neck itself, as a neck black, but I could laminate it with maple or something. So I'll need to see if I can see what I can find, get some more maple and stuff. I think that's the thing. I've got to hang this up there. Yeah, get some more woods, make more necks, make more bodies, make more guitars. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So anyway, one at a time, eh? We'll get this one finished first and move on from there. So next time you see me, I'll be spraying the thing, and then we'll take it from there. I'm gonna get some black acrylic in these pickup cavities, and then get on to do the spraying. Just they're all a bit. They were nice and black before, but with all the faffing around and stuff, sanding and everything else, they're looking a bit dull and chipped and all sorts of nonsense. So I just use just regular black acrylic artist paint stuff, nothing fancy at all. Because humbuckers, you don't necessarily need the shielding with humbuckers like you do with single coils. Hence the word humbucker. Bucking the hum. Yeah, if we do this first and then put the spray on. Because I think this paint can sometimes have a bit of a satiny sheen to it. But the spray, of course, is just flat matte, which kind of helps. I think I don't know, makes it all look the same. That's that done. All nice and black, fresh, which is good. So yeah, picked up a brand new tin of the clear today. They call it lacquer, but again, it's a UK thing. It's clear coat, and what some people call, like in America, they call all stuff lacquer that we just call paint. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave this a little while. Next up, get the spray on. With the spraying, and you're just going straight. Well, I'm doing a little fiddly bits first, obviously, but then for the back and the front, it's just try to keep just a consistent sort of strip of spray right along. And then the next one just overlaps the previous one, and so on, just back and forth along the guitar body. So I'm going to do 3 coats, all exactly the same as that, 15 minutes between, and then it's just a case of leaving it overnight, really, 24 hours or so. Yeah, at least 24 hours anyway. It takes longer to fully cure, but it's pretty much dry and ready to go after 24 hours. So, so that's number 2 coat. Yeah, I've got this, the wind's getting up a little bit, but if I do it just sort of in behind the shed door there, it's just perfect. Yeah, but it also helps blow the overspray away, which is fine. So I'm going to do 1 more coat, like I said, so total 3. And yeah, I'm going to leave this video here though, and next time I'll show you how well, just do the usual, smoothing it off and getting it put together, So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers.